15. Solve the following examples. Fifth one. Let us take in fifth A. An object takes 5 seconds to reach the ground from a height of 5 meters on a planet. What is the value of g on the planet? Now here given the time taken t is equal to 5 seconds. And body falls from a height, and therefore height s equal to distance travel is 5 meters. And here given that it is dropped from a height 5 meters, it is just dropped, and therefore initial velocity is 0. And we have to find the gravitational acceleration of that planet. Acha, now we see the t and s are there, and u also given, and g we have to find out. So we know that the three equations of motion, of the three equations, we can take either third equation or second equation. So let us take third equation, and we get, because s is there, g we have to find out, and t also given. So we know we have s equal to ut minus half gt square. Okay, here distance travel is 5 is equal to u 0 into t minus half. G we do not know, and t is 5. So 5 square. And therefore, now here this is 0, so 5 is equal to, but here we know that body falls down, and that's why the displacement is negative. So s equal to, this is 0, so minus half g into 25. So minus minus will become plus. Now 2 will come numerator, so 5 into 2 and 25 will go denominator. So 5 square is 25, will go denominator, and here g will come. So once again, minus and minus will become plus. 2 is denominator, will come numerator, so 5 into 2 and 25 will go denominator, and therefore we get 5 ones are 5 and 5 5s are 25. So 2 upon 5 is g, and therefore value of g is, now 2 upon 5 is also equal to 4 upon 10, and therefore g is equal to, now shift decimal point, so 0.4 meter per second square. So value of g on that planet is 0.4 meter per second square. Okay. Achha, now let us take B, sum number B. The radius of a planet A is half the radius of planet B. If the mass of A is ma, what must be the mass of B, so that the value of g on B is the half of the value of g on A. Achha, here we know that according to Newton's law of gravity, we know the force equal to g n into small m upon r square. Suppose here the body having, suppose this is earth, and here the body having mass m. We know that this body attracted towards the earth, and this force of attraction according to Newton's law is g into mass of the earth into mass of the body upon the distance, square of the distance between them. But at the same time, we know that gravitational force acting on the body is nothing but the weight of a body, and weight of a body is mass into gravitational acceleration, and this is equal to g m upon r square. So if you cancel m both sides, then you will get the value of g, small g, is equal to g into m, capital G into capital M upon r square. So same formula I write here, that g is equal to capital G into capital M upon r square, where the g is gravitational acceleration and m is the mass of that planet. Now here are two planets, suppose MB and MA, these are the two planets. Now here given that radius of planet A is half the radius of planet B. So let us suppose the radius of planet B, BR, suppose. Radius of planet B, BR. If the radius of planet B is R, then A is given R upon 2, because radius of A is half the radius of B. Now suppose mass of planet A is ma, it is given ma, and we have to find the mass of planet B in terms of the mass of planet A. Acha, at the same time they are given the gravitational acceleration of A. Suppose gravitational acceleration of A, planet A is Ga, G suffix A, and gravitational acceleration of planet B with G suffix B. But it is given that the gravitational acceleration on planet B is that half of the planet A, and that's why Gb is equal to G upon 2. Now here G is G into mass of planet, see mass into square of the radius of that. So here mass of planet A is, we have taken ma, and the radius is r upon 2. So here r upon 2 square. So according to formula we get G is equal to G into ma upon r upon 2 square. Similarly, Gb is equal to G into Mb, G into mass of the planet B into square of the radius, and square of the radius is r. So take the ratio of the first and second. Taking the ratio of, this is first, suppose this is first equation and this is second equation. Taking ratio, so from first and second we get Ga upon Gb, G upon Gb. So G upon Gb is equal to this upon this will come. But we know that here when we write, when we divide, then when we multiply, that time the numerator will go denominator and denominator will go numerator. And therefore we get Ga upon Gb, but Gb is equal to, we know that Gb is equal to G upon 2. So in place of Gb we have written Ga upon 2 is equal to Gma upon r square upon 4. So square of this into r square, this will go numerator and this will go denominator. Now here G will get cancelled, r square also will get cancelled, and we get direct G will also will get cancelled. So this 2 is denominator will go numerator, and that equal to 4 ma upon mb, and therefore mb is equal to 4 ma upon 2, and therefore mb is equal to 2 ma, which is the answer. And the answer is fine. We have to prove this. So this is proved. Stop. Now let us take sum number C. The mass and weight of an object on the earth are 5 kg and 49 Newton respectively. What will be their values on the moon? Assume that the acceleration due to gravity on the moon is 1/6 of that of the earth. So here we know that mass of a body, mass is equal to 5 kg, and the weight of a body is 49 Newton on the earth. These are given on the earth. And we have to find their mass and weight, but we know that mass remains constant, mass doesn't change, because mass is a matter contained in a body, it doesn't change, and therefore mass of that body on the moon will be same. So you have to write the mass doesn't change, therefore mass of a body is 5 kg. Because mass we measure in kilogram, take note, the mass is measured in kilogram, but weight we measure in Newton. So weight is 49 Newton on the earth. So here mg is equal to 49 Newton. But we know this is on the earth, and we want on the moon, but we know the moon Gm is 1/6 of the earth's gravitational acceleration, Ga, and therefore Ga is equal to 6 Gm. I hope you understood. Ga means gravitational acceleration on the earth, and Gm means gravitational acceleration on the moon. So gravitational acceleration on the moon is 1/6 of that of the earth, and therefore Ga is equal to 6 Gm, and therefore we write here. Now here we know mass into gravitational acceleration is 49 and given. So this is suppose first, and this is second, because this is given. Here I don't, but is a condition of this is given, and therefore from first and second we write that m into Ga, but G is equal to 6 Gm. 6 Gm, and that is equal to 49. And therefore the mass will be mass into, yes, the 6 will go that side, so 49 upon 6, and therefore n into gm is equal to, now divide this by 6 and we get approximately 6 8s are 48, yeah, 49 divided by 6, so 6 8s are 48, subtract 1 remain, take 0, put decimal point, so 6 1 is 6, again subtract 4 remain, take 0, and 6 6 are 36, so forget this, so approximately 8.16 Newton, you have to write Newton. So we know mass into gravitational acceleration on the moon, and therefore the weight of that body on the moon is 8.16 Newton. Now here in the book given 1.87 given, because see here 4 remains and 4 is greater than the half of the 6, and therefore instead of 7 we can instead of 6 we can write 7, and therefore write as 7, and therefore weight of that body on the moon is 8.17 Newton. See, answer is come.
Start.
Acha. The next sum is asked in board March 2019. The sum is, what would be the value of G on Earth's surface if the mass was twice and the radius is half? Suppose here the Earth is there. Now we know the value of G on Earth is G into mass of the Earth and R square, the radius of the Earth. So radius of the Earth is R and mass of the Earth is M, and therefore the value of G will be this. But suppose the radius of the Earth is half and mass is twice, double, mass becomes double. Though it has shrunk, but the mass is double and radius is half. Then what will be the value of G on that such Earth? So once again, see here, on such Earth, when the radius is half and mass is double, and therefore, so M1 here, M1 equal to 2M, and R1 is equal to R upon 2. Radius is half. So M and R be the mass and radius of the Earth. Let M and R be mass and radius of the Earth. So we know that M and R are the mass and radius, then G is equal to Gm upon R square. This is a formula. But suppose here the change has taken place, that the radius is half and the mass double, and suppose G1 is the gravitational acceleration of that Earth. So G1 equal to Gm1 upon R1 square, but mass is double, so M1 is twice of M. So this M1, this mass M1 is twice of M, and R1 is R upon 2, and therefore we get G1 is equal to capital G M1, but M1 equal to 2M, we will write 2M upon R1, but in place of R1 we write R upon 2 whole square, and therefore the gravitational acceleration of that Earth will be G2 into Gm upon R square upon 4. So squaring this, R upon 2 square is R square upon 4, and therefore Gm, therefore G1 is equal to 2 into 4. Now 4 will go numerator into Gm upon R square, and therefore G1 is equal to 8 Gm upon R square, but Gm upon R square, Gm upon R square is G, and therefore G1 is equal to 8 times of G, and therefore gravitational acceleration of that Earth will be twice 8 times. Gravitational acceleration will be 8 times अच्छा, same sum is solved in Navneet. That in that clip which has come to you, in that Navneet same sum they have solved, but they have made a mistake. So this 4 will go numerator, but they are kept in denominator by mistake, and that's why they have got answer 2, 1/2, which is wrong. So this is correct. Achha, now let us take D, sum D. An object thrown vertically upwards reaches a height of 500 meter. What was its initial velocity, and how long will it take to come to the ground again? And here the G is given 10 meter per second square. Now here the body is thrown vertically upward. Unless the body has been given certain speed, it will not go up. So we have to give certain speed or velocity, initial velocity. So we know the initial velocity, we do not know. So let us take the initial velocity question mark here. We do not know. Now height is given 500 meter. Achha, the body will attain the maximum height when its final velocity will be 0, and therefore v is equal to 0. And g is given 10. Achha, we have two formulae. The first one is s equal to ut minus half gt square. And second one is v square equal to u square minus 2gs. Now we will not take this formula because here v is not given. V is not here. So we will take this formula. So we write here, we have v square equal to u square minus 2gs. Achha, the final velocity will become 0. So here final velocity v 0. So 0 square is 0. U square, we do not know. So write u square as it is, minus 2g. The value g is given 10. So instead of 9.8, they are already given 10, very close to 10. And therefore they are given 10 for the sake of calculation into s 500. And therefore u square equal to, achha, this number is negative, will come positive this side. So we get 2 into 10. So let us multiply. So first 3 zeros will come. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 5 to the 10. And therefore u is equal to, taking square root, 100. And therefore initial velocity 100 meter per second. At the same time we have to find t also. Now how to find t? So we have one more formula, v is equal to u minus gt. So this is the formula. Don't take this to find t. This is the formula. So to find t, we have v is equal to u minus gt. Next, v is equal to u minus gt. And therefore, v, the final velocity is 0. Now your initial velocity we got it, 100, minus g is 10 into t. And therefore, this will come this side. Now 10t, negative will become positive, equal to 100. And therefore t is equal to 100 upon 10. 0 is a cancel, so t is equal to 10. So 10 seconds, t is equal to 10 seconds. So it will take 10 seconds. And that's why to go and come back. So just to go will take 10. But time taken to reach top, to reach maximum height, equal to time taken to come down, Therefore total time taken is 20 seconds.
चला अच्छा